Hi guys, for today's video, I have my makeup collection and storage video for 2017. Before I get started, I just want to say I'm not trying to brag in any way. I know this video, a lot of people love to watch them. I know I love to watch them, and I just think it's fun to kind of see what other people have in their collection. I love makeup. I love having a lot of it. I have a lot of it for YouTube and to review and things like that. So here's an overview of my makeup collection. This is my vanity where I sit and do my makeup and I store a lot of my makeup. It is the Mickey one-person computer desk from IKEA. The acrylic organizer on the right is actually a bunch of Muji drawers stacked together. There is a 5-drawer on the bottom, and then I have two 2-drawer units stacked on top of that. My little brush holder right here is from HomeGoods. I believe it's just like a little utensil holder, but I will get into like more detail with everything when I get closer. This acrylic organizer to the left right here is from Amazon. I have some letter holders as well as some more acrylic storage on my dresser down there. So moving in on top of my acrylic organizer, I like to keep this letter holder from Staples. I always see these at Staples. It just has like 2 compartments, and I think it's just to store like mail, envelopes, things like that. So in here, I like to keep newer palettes that I'm still testing out, and as well as like Holy Grail palettes, things I reach for on a daily basis. So in this organizer, I have my Too Faced Sweet Peach, I have my Tarteist Pro palette, I keep my Anastasia Modern Renaissance in here, my Too Faced chocolate bar, which you guys know I love, I reach for pretty much on a daily basis. Back here, I like to keep the 2 collabs I'm using right now, my Too Faced Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials, as well as my Morphe Kathleen Lights palette. And then in the very back right here, I have my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour palette. So here is where I keep my makeup brushes. This is a utensil holder from HomeGoods. I don't really have a lot of expensive makeup brushes. I really love inexpensive makeup brushes. I have a couple Sigma, but I have to say I really do prefer my Morphe eye brushes. I have Rite Aid brushes, Wet n Wild, Real Techniques. I have one Anastasia brush, the highlighting brush, but other than that, I love my Wet n Wild, my e.l.f., my Morphe, things like that. I really just prefer my inexpensive brushes. And then in the back right here, I just have a Garnier Micellar water. This would typically be in a drawer, but I have it standing here because this particular bottle keeps leaking on me, so it had to be standing up. And then moving on to what's on this side of the acrylic drawers, I just have my mirror where I do my makeup. I'm not really sure where this is from. And then I just have this little mug from the Trendy Sparrow. It says, "What would Blair Waldorf do?" In here, I basically just keep things I need, like when I'm running out the door, portable charger, phone charger, my car key, things like that. Really nothing to do with makeup, just stuff I need when I'm running out the door. Directly underneath those palettes, I have my first acrylic organizer. This is from Amazon. I will have it linked down below. So basically, it just has the 4 smaller drawers as well as 3 bigger, deeper drawers. So in this first little drawer, I like to keep eye bases, eyebrow stuff, primers, things like that. I have my Anastasia Brow Wiz, my brow stylist definers on the side. I have some glitter glue. I have other eye primers, my Shadow Insurance Maybelline Wet n Wild. I like to keep my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. I also have some other brow things from Ipsy, as well as my NYX Tame and Frame right there. So in the drawer right over, I like to keep eyeliners and mascaras that I'm not using like on a daily basis at the moment, just extra things that are brand new, not opened yet, that I just like to reach for certain looks. So like I said, I do have some mascaras. I have the Better Than Sex Deluxe. I know I have a Smashbox Full Exposure, a Kiko Volumizing Mascara that I've yet to try yet. For liners, I have NARS Benefit Their Real Liner, which I've yet to try out yet, so definitely let me know how you guys feel about that. I really want to try it out, but I've heard like you can't get it off or something like that, and I don't want to spend the money on the remover for that, so definitely let me know if you guys like that. In here, I also store my NYX Jumbo Shadow Pencils, and then I just have a bunch of liquid liners. I have Too Faced Sketch Marker, Wet n Wild Mega Liner, I have the Balm, I have some ColourPop pencil liners, a bunch of liners that I got in Ipsy, as well as some more little sample size mascaras. The next drawer down is my concealer drawer. I absolutely love concealer, and for being such a concealer junkie, I'm kind of surprised that I don't have more. I have so many different concealers, high-end, drugstore, so here are the ones I have. I have the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage. I recently just picked up the Tarte Shape Tape, which I've only tried once. I really like it so far. I'm not really sure about the shade and the shade range of this, but I will definitely keep testing that out. I have my Kat Von D Locket. I have a bunch of Maybelline concealers. I have the Fit Me, Better Skin, Age Rewind, Master Conceal, as well as the Color Corrector Maybelline, and then I also have a LA Girl Pro Conceal in there. And my last little drawer contains a bunch of lip liners, lip pencils, things like that. I have my Kylie lip pencil. This is a Smashbox Always Sharp, which is so awesome. I have a bunch of these NYX lip liners. These are definitely my favorite. I have NARS minis. I have a ColourPop lip liner, and I also want to give a huge shout out to this Maybelline Color Blur. I feel like this is super underrated, but these are so good. They're super creamy and last a long time. A really really good product from the drugstore. Moving down into the deeper drawers, this drawer I keep all of my foundation. As you can see, I am definitely a drugstore foundation junkie. I really enjoy drugstore foundations. I really think that they're so good for the price. I really haven't found a high-end foundation that really blew me away. I've gotten a bunch of samples, but these are just the ones that I've tried and trued and that I really love. And as you can see, Maybelline is definitely my favorite drugstore brand for foundation. So the first two that I have here are the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundations. Really love these, super natural and a really good coverage. I have them in 2 different shades, 25 and 20. Moving over, you guys already know my Holy Grail foundation. This is my favorite foundation ever. If you are oily, I highly recommend this, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I also have this in 120 as well as 125. Here I have a powder. This is the Super Stay Better Skin Powder. It's the matching powder to the foundation. I really do enjoy this. I have this in here because it has a lot of coverage. I feel like it's a little too heavy to set, so I do wear this more often as a foundation powder than not. Super good coverage, and I really love the packaging of this as well, if I can get it open. Here's just a quick look at the powder inside. Again, super full coverage. I really love the packaging. And then right next to that, this is a new pickup of mine. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I have mine in 203. Like I said, I recently just got this. I've been testing it out. So far, so good. I've been really enjoying that foundation, especially for oily skin. So here's my first drawer of my highlighters. You guys know I love highlighters. I do have a bunch. I did take it out of the tower because I can't pull it out too far or else it was going to fall. And I really wanted you guys to be able to see the whole thing. So on the side here, I have my ColourPop highlighters. I have 6 of them. In these drawers, you're able to stack 2 on top of each other. My favorite being Lunch Money and Wisp, as you guys can tell. I also keep my NYX Wonder Stick in here. It is a contouring product, but I like to use the highlighting side. Here I have some drugstore options. I have my little e.l.f. illuminating thing in Blush Gems, which I don't really like that much. I have a lot of trouble getting a decent amount of pigment out of this. And then underneath that, I have my 2 Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders in Crown of My Canopy and Precious Petals. So that I have my little sample of the Balm, Mary Luminizer, and then I also have my Warm Nude Shimmer Brick from Physicians Formula, which is an awesome drugstore highlighter. I also keep in here my Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. This is in number 1, as well as my NYX Illuminator in Ritualistic. I have a Champagne Pop, as well as Anastasia So Hollywood Illuminator. Here's the final drawer of my acrylic organizer. As you can see, I had to pull it out again. In here, I have highlighting palettes, more highlighters, kind of more of like a gold theme I have going on in here. First, I have my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. I have my MAC Sweet Copper Face Compact, and then I have my Sleek Solstice Highlighting Palette. Newer to my collection for Christmas, I just got the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Duo with Prosecco Pop as well as Amaretto. This is so stunning, and I'm so excited to use this. And then in this drawer, I also keep my 2 glow kits, which are Sun Dipped and That Glow. So that is everything that is inside this acrylic organizer on the left side of my vanity. And now let's move on to what is inside these Muji drawers. Here is my first drawer of my Muji organizers. In here, I just like to keep bronzers as well as some contouring products. I have my 2 Wet n Wild contouring duos right here. Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced. I have Butter bronzer by Physicians Formula. I also have NYC Sunny as well as Park Ave Princess by Tarte. And then right in the front here, I have 2 drugstore contouring palettes. I have the Maybelline Master Contour, which I really enjoy, as well as the NYX Cream Contour in Light. In here, I like to keep primers as well as setting powders. I do have a lot of drugstore stuff when it comes to this. So here I have the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. This is like the green one, as well as the Mineral Infused Primer, which you guys know is my favorite. I have the Baby Skin, and then back there I do have like a little NARS Pore like perfecting stick, as well as the CoverGirl True Blend for oily skin. I have the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Powder, the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Powder, the NYX HD Finishing Powder, as well as the Neutrogena Shine Control. And then I have the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Redness Control, and 2 Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powders in the back. So in the next drawer here is where I like to keep my blushes. But before I get started and in depth, I just want to say if I sound funny, I did get my wisdom teeth out about 4 days ago. I am filming this next section of my makeup collection on a different day, and I'm about 4 days or 5 days, I think, post wisdom teeth extraction. So if I sound a little different, that's why. But now I'm just going to get into my blushes. Here I have a Flormar blush on powder. I really love Flormar as a brand. I think they're really underrated, and I really like their products. Moving on over to Benefit Dallas, definitely one of my favorites and one of my most reached for blushes. I have an extra setting powder, the Ofra setting powder, which I'm not too crazy about. I'm still testing that out. And then I also have a Wet n Wild color icon in Rose Champagne, which is absolutely beautiful. Wet n Wild to make some awesome blushes. Another one I reached for quite a lot is the Milani Rose Powder Blush, and this is in the shade Romantic Rose. Really love that, a really awesome blush. And then I just have some other ones, moving down to this drawer. I absolutely love this drawer. I just think it's so fun to look at and so pretty. This is where I keep glitters, pigments, single shadows, things like that. So for glitters, I have the NYX Face and Body glitter. This is a Makeup Geek pigment, and I also have the little Too Faced glitter back there. I have some ColourPop shadows, which I absolutely love. My favorites are Alchemy and I Heart This. I have a MAC shadow, Balm, more Flormar. The Milani gel powder eyeshadows are really good. Steal a Kitten is like my favorite lid shade of all time. And then a couple things I got in Ipsy, as well as like some NYX and some L'Oreal Infallible back there. This next drawer is definitely one of my favorites. I just love how everything is laid out, and I think it is so colorful. In here, I like to keep my lip glosses and some cream lipsticks. So starting here, I have the NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipsticks. These are super good, and I also think really underrated. These are a really, really comfortable version of a liquid lipstick, and they truly are like a cream liquefied version of a lipstick. So here I have Soft Spoken, and then I have 3 other shades in the back. Also hidden in the back, I have my ColourPop Lippy Sticks, which are some of my favorite ColourPop lip products. I have a Wet n Wild liquid lipstick. I have 5 Smashbox glosses right here, which I got for Christmas in the Lighted Up set. These are really good, and I'm really enjoying these so far. And then my favorite lip gloss of all time are the NYX Butter Glosses. I have some of the original Butter Glosses in really pretty shades, as well as 2 NYX Intense Butter Glosses. And right here, I just have a Kiko lip gloss. In this drawer, I keep my lipsticks. I used to have my lipsticks kind of like displayed on my bureau, which I'm going to get into in a second. But if you guys didn't know, I am moving into my college dorm in about a week from now, and I'm really trying to kind of like downsize all my makeup into these acrylic drawers, so I don't have a lot of different bits and pieces to bring with me. On that note, if you guys want to see a dorm tour, definitely let me know. Leave a comment or give this video a thumbs up. I can definitely do that for you once I'm all like settled in and organized and things like that. So like I said, this is where I keep my lipsticks. I have all my MAC lipsticks right here, which I do have an in-depth video on, minus a couple. If you guys want to see that, that is up on my channel. I'm definitely a drugstore lipstick kind of girl. Some L'Oreal, I have Flormar, Milani, CoverGirl, Maybelline, and also a NYX right there. Some other high-end ones that I have like the Marc Jacobs one. I have an Estee Lauder, Too Faced Melted Matte, Smashbox, and also a Chanel lipstick that was kind of like a hand-me-down. Here is where I like to keep some of my contour kits beside my Shade and Light, which you guys know I reach for on a daily basis. These are just my other contour kits. I have the Tardis contour, and then I have my 2 Anastasia contour kits right here. The powder one, as well as the cream contour kit in medium. So that is everything that is inside my acrylic organizers and everything that is on the top of my vanity. So now I'm going to be taking you guys on to the inside of my vanity. This drawer organizer, I believe, is from HomeGoods. You can totally find these in like storage in like HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. In this section right here, I like to keep primers, setting sprays, moisturizers, just kind of like liquids, I guess. So I keep my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, Smashbox primer water, Simple moisturizer, my Nivea Men Shave Balm, as well as the Wet n Wild setting spray. In this little portion right here, I just like to keep my mascaras in liquid liner, as well as my eyelash curler. And if I'm running late, I can just open my drawer and throw on some mascara. So that's why I like to keep those there. Some of my favorites right now are Benefit They're Real, CoverGirl Clump Crusher, Super Sizer by CoverGirl, and then my eyelash curler is Tweezerman. And then way in the bottom here, I also have an Essence Lash Princess, as well as some NYX matte liner and my Maybelline Line Stilettos. Of course, I always like to keep Q-tips. Guys, I cannot tell you how many Q-tips I use while I'm doing my makeup. They are definitely like the best cosmetic tool. This is definitely my favorite like quick and easy brush cleaner. This is the Japanesque Makeup Brush Cleanser. It has such an awesome scent. I like to keep my sponges here. I have the Morphe Flawless Blender, as well as the Real Techniques Complexion Sponge. In here, I also keep my favorite powder, the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting. It's just such a large container. This is where it fit, as well as the RCMA No Color Powder. It's just kind of like an odd shaped container, so I just like to lay it down in here. I also keep some Scotch tape in here. You guys know I like to use that to shape my eyeshadow, as well as a little sharpener for my eyeliners and my lip liners. I have my favorite CO Bigelow Rose Salve in here. I just like to keep it handy for before I do my makeup. And then underneath those, I also keep the CO Bigelow Mentha Supreme Lip Shine in there. This side of my vanity is definitely a little less makeup and a little bit more like skincare, miscellaneous stuff. Starting off, I have a backup of my Simple Moisturizer as well as the Daytime Moisturizer with sunscreen I reach for sometimes. I have the Sephora Purifying and Mattifying Mud Mask, which I recently got for Christmas and I'm still trying out. A lip scrub, another little moisturizer, a little Glam Glow sample. In this little box, I keep my retainer, some retainer cases, my MAC Pro Longwear I have standing up in here because it's super empty and I'm just trying to get like all the product to the bottom, and then I also keep my inhaler. And then in here as well, I keep the MAC Nutcracker brush set as well. Okay, so here's where I keep the rest of my makeup collection. I love to keep all my palettes here. I have some liquid lipstick, some nail polish. This is just a lot of stuff I love to have on display. I love decorating with my makeup. I just think it looks really pretty and I love to look at it. I am also a really huge out of sight, out of mind person when it comes to really anything I own, so having it all out so I can see it definitely reminds me to use it and helps me get the most use out of all of the products that I have. Moving in a little bit closer, this is my palette organizer and this is from By Allegory. I love this thing. It holds so many palettes, even more than advertised. As you guys can see, it has like these little grooves in it for a divider, but I don't actually have the dividers in it right now. I took about 5 or 6 of them out until back here. I just think it's the best way to maximize your space, and the palettes stand perfectly fine just leaning on top of one another. I do want to mention, I do have more of an in-depth eyeshadow palette collection where I open up every single one, swatch them, tell you guys my individual thoughts. This is going to be more of an overview, so if you want to see something more in-depth, definitely check out that video on my channel. It doesn't have all of these palettes that I'm going to show you guys right now, but I am planning to do an eyeshadow palette collection part 2 that shows all of those palettes in depth soon. So right now is going to be an overview. So first in the back, I just have my Morphe palettes. I love these. I just love the packaging. I love how convenient they are with all the shadows. So I just stuck them in the back because they were the biggest. I have the 35F, the 35O, and the 35K. In here, I also keep the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, which is absolutely stunning. This one I really want to open up and show you guys. I just love the mixture of the metals and the shimmers and everything like that. I just think it is such a stunning, beautiful palette. And I have to say, performance wise, it is not my favorite, but I just think it's kind of like a collector's favorite, something if I want to reach for some color, but I don't reach for it a ton. Right next to it, I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, probably my least reach for Too Faced palette. I have my 2 Lorac palettes, the Pro 2 and the Pro 1. Naked Smoky, my favorite Naked palette. It is so awesome. Urban Decay Vice 4, I love that for the shades in there. It is again another really pretty palette. I really don't think that this is available, but I just love the packaging and all of the colors that come in here. I have 2 beige cosmetic palettes. I have the Carly Bible palette as well as the ShanXO lip and eye palette in the front. And then in here I also keep my Tartelette In Bloom palette. Here I have some limited edition palettes. I have my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani, which I haven't tried yet. You guys will probably never see me use that in a video. I just don't really enjoy using limited edition products that much on my channel unless it's like something I cannot do my makeup without. And then I have 2 limited edition Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, the Shadow Couture World Traveler palette, as well as the Maya Mia eyeshadow palette. Going on to some smaller bits and pieces in the front, the Lorac Pro To Go palette I love. This little CoverGirl True Naked eyeshadow palette is so good. It is such good quality. These are my MAC eyeshadows in this little Cheetah Z palette, and then I have my Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the Makeup Geek Travel Vault palette. And then in the very front, I keep some of my smaller palettes. I have my 2 mini Too Faced palette, the Peanut Butter and Jelly, which I love, my Natural Matte, and then my Urban Decay Naked Basics. Over here, I just have some more decoration. I have my Beats pill right here. I just like to keep it up there. I like to listen to music when I do my makeup. The sign, You're My Person. Give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment if you love Grey's Anatomy like I do. I believe that sign is from Home Goods or Marshall's, one of those stores. And then the 4 polishes I have sitting on top are Kathleen Light's KL Polish brand. I have Broccoli and Chocolate, Brick Sidewalk, Zoe, and Caramello, which is actually what I'm wearing on my nails right now, if you're curious. This letter holder right here is from Home Goods, and here I just keep my 3 Naked palettes. I just thought it was kind of cute to have all the Naked palettes lined up. I keep my favorite perfume of all time right here, so I can just grab it and reach for it. This is Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb, such an awesome scent. This J right here is from TJ Maxx, and then moving on over, I have a matching box to that palette organizer. In there, I just keep like some random stuff and some papers, but on top is where I like to keep my liquid lipsticks as well as my hand sanitizers. On the left, this little jar right here is actually a glitzy glam brush holder that I customized myself, but my brush collection kind of outgrew that little jar, so I had to repurpose it. So I just took all the beads out and stuff, and now it holds all of my mini pocket back hand sanitizers, which I love so much, from Bath & Body Works. So here in this mug is where I like to keep a lot of my liquid lipsticks. I have a lot of my ColourPop. Oh, this doesn't even belong in here. This is a little ColourPop lippy stick. I have Ultra Mattes, Ultra Satins, as well as some lip glosses from ColourPop. That takes up the majority of this mug. Also in this mug, I keep my Kylie Cosmetics lip kit in Dolce K, definitely a favorite of mine. And then I have my other favorite liquid lipsticks in here, which are the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. I have about 4 of them. Alright guys, so that completes my makeup collection and storage for 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it was not meant to brag in any way, just to show you guys how I store my makeup and everything that I have. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.